Hi everyone, thanks for stopping on by. I'm really glad to see you today, and I can't wait to share the new launch of our huge, large ampoules. I'm going to show you how to infuse your skin with our Derma-glow or our microneedling device, and you'll have a choice of Blue Copper Peptide, Collagen Ampule, a compounded peptide, and not polylactic acid, Salmon DNA, which is Polynucleotides. Will create changes in the skin, and you will see the results that will be equal to what we deliver at our skin clinic, Jolie Day Spa. Thanks for watching, and let's get started. I am so excited to show you our new ampoule. We have 4 that just arrived, and today I'm going to show you the Salmon DNA. This is a product that is in high concentration, and it's actually used in our treatment room at our spa. So I'm going to give you some tips and tricks along the way, and I'm going to show you I'm going to suggest 3 ways to use it. I'm going to suggest infusing it with our Derma-glow device or a microneedling tool. So let's get started. I've done a thorough cleansing, and I worked the AHA/BHA exfoliating cleanser on my skin for around 2 to 3 minutes, and I let that dry, and now I have a nice clean surface in which to perform derma needling and microneedling. So I would like to tell you how the product comes. These are from South Korea, and we just launched them. This is the Salmon DNA. We have collagen, we have Blue Peptide ampule, and then we have a peptide compound complex. So blue peptide is for calming, inflammation, and irritation. Collagen is going to build the collagen and elastin. And then Salmon DNA is going to do something completely different, and I'm going to share that with you. So what I want to share with you first, looks like we're getting a rainstorm, and we really need it here in Nashville. So what I want to share with you is the Derma-glow pen. The Derma-glow pen is unique in that it's a derma stamping pen. You've all heard of Derma pen. Well, we loved this device, and we called it the Derma-glow because the ampule is just so wonderful in that we fill it up with actives, and we slide the ampule right into the device. And as you're stamping the skin, that active ampule infuses the skin. So all I would do would be to remove the product from the box, and in this treatment we're so excited. We offer a 1.7 ounce ampule, and then you'll remove the lid, and you will peel off the wrapper and then apply your stopper. Now your stopper is going to be convenient because you can squeeze the liquid into the device, and then you just load the device and you would turn it on, and there are levels 1 through 6. I suggest if you're new to Derma-glow, I would start at a 3 or a 4 and see how your skin reacts. The needle sizes are there is a nano needle, which is just meant for exfoliating and driving nutrients into the skin. It just has a really nice little tip that will just give you a beautiful resurfacing. It has a 0.25, a 0.5, and a 1.0 millimeter. You can start out slow with a 0.25 and work your way up. So I am going to start, and I'm going to show you how I nanoneedle with the, actually I think I won't nanoneedle, I will do 0.25. So I'm going to start the Derma-glow treatment, and I am going to start infusing the skin. Now, it's very important to note that with devices like this, we really want to enter the skin. We want to go in and stamp the skin. We do not want to pull the head around the skin. The most effective way to deliver the nutrients is to go head on, straight on, so the needles are penetrating the skin with the least amount of trauma and with the most effective way of penetrating the skin. Very little trauma is seen. There's a slight erythema in the skin, but again, we want to see that reaction in the skin, because we are creating the controlled trauma of collagen induction therapy. Now you'll feel the nutrients going into the skin. About halfway through the derma stamping, you might want to refill the ampule. You'll feel the difference when you start to work on the skin. You'll feel less of the concentration on your skin. I can feel it working really well, and I think I'm going to continue on this side of my face, and then I will reload. One important aspect of when you're using the Derma-glow is to pull your nose to the side so you have a flatter surface, and just go straight in to the side of the nose and around this little fold we have in our nose. And then I hold the side of my nose to give a really nice, firm pressure. And then I use it around the ball of my nose, infusing straight on. Straight into the skin, I should say. Okay. Now, I really love infusing around the eyes. I think that's an important area. We have very delicate eye tissue, so I'm just going to quickly and light pressure, I should say. I'm just going to stamp under my eyes, holding the skin taut. Now, a little bit about Salmon DNA, which you may have heard about, polynucleotides. I will share a little bit about what they do for your skin, and I'm so excited to be able to offer it in the 1.7 ounce. We have always had ampoules, and it's exciting to have upgraded our ampule selection in our store. And if you go to our website, joliespa.com, www.joliespa.com, and look underneath serums or home treatments. It would even be under South Korean products. We really love what South Korean products do for the skin, And for those of you that watch my channel, you know that we're passionate about anything that is active, and we import many products from manufacturers. We import many products from South Korea, from France. If it's an active treatment or ampule or serum or chemical peel, we're going to carry it on our site. And on this channel, I'd love to show you all the ways that you can create changes in your skin in the convenience of your own home. So the Derma-glow is holding up really well with the ampule. I'm about ready to put a little bit, I'll turn it off and I'll add a little bit more of the concentration into the ampule. It fills up very quickly and easily. And then I will start it over and I will finish my neck. The neck is an important area to hold taut. Remember, you're going to feel it much more, you're going to feel the pressure, the needles a little bit stronger in the neck area. And when I talk about you're going to feel it a little more intently, I guess I should say, it's a level 1 or 2, 3. It's so comfortable. There's no discomfort. It's very, very manageable. But the neck is that thinner area, and then you are going to feel it on your forehead. I'm just going back over because I want to show you that I don't have to put much pressure on the skin on the up in the forehead area, because that is very thin skin. And as we mature, we lose a lot of the fat pad. And that is what I'm teaching you here is let's try to build that fat pad, and let's try to use ingredients that really build up our collagen, stimulate collagen and elastin. And that's exactly what Salmon DNA does. So let me share a little bit about Salmon DNA, Polynucleotides. It stimulates collagen and elastin. It's a DNA-based formula, and it activates fibroblasts. Fibroblasts are proteins, and they are made up of our collagen. Firms sagging skin, and it improves elasticity. It repairs damaged skin from sun, from acne scars. It helps with post-acne scars, like post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, and that's because it has a tissue repair in our capillaries. So you're going to find that the capillaries in your skin, under your eyes, in certain areas around your nose, wherever you might have a little bit of superficial capillary activity, the Salmon DNA goes in and it strengthens that collagen and elastin, and also the capillaries, so they're less visible. I can't say enough about Salmon DNA, especially in this concentration. It also is very, very effective in calming the skin and really repairing the DNA damage in our skin. We're talking DNA damage that we accumulate when we're young, when we're in the sun, when we're at the beach, when we're out playing, when we're little, when we're younger, which is moi. I've had so much sun exposure, being a native Californian and growing up and living amongst the orange trees. I grew up next to the church. My dad was a pastor, and next to the church, we had a orange grove, and we had orange groves, and we had horse property, and horse stalls. And if I wasn't out there building on the, in those horse stalls when they were empty, or playing, around the orange trees, that wasn't a good day. So that would explain the DNA damage I have. But I do believe the passion that I have for developing product, skin treatments at our spa has really improved the texture and the quality of my skin. Now I'm doing a little bit different step here. You all know that I love our 5-in-1 kit, our micro needling device. They have pyramid designed needles that go all the way through the drum. They're medical grade needles, and the pyramid design allows for a beautiful entry into the upper layer of the skin, the epidermis, with very little trauma. I'm putting a little more pressure on my forehead. This is a 0.25, so I suggest if any of you are beginners, start with the 0.25. Remember, there's a great advantage to going over your brow bone. We get a really nice, and above it, we get a really nice lift on the brow bone. Now, the reason I'm sharing the microneedling device is I love it because I love the design of the needles. I love how sterile they are, how they roll across the skin. I like that you can replace the head, and it's very affordable. You can use a head at least, I would say, anywhere from 6 to 8 times. And then you can replace your head, and you can gradually move up in length. So you can go from a 2.25 to a 0.5 to a 1.0 millimeter. I'm now using the 1.0 millimeter, which is a wider head, and I'm using that on my thighs, and I'm using solution on my thighs so that my skin on my arms and my thighs and knees looks smoother. If I'm talking funny, I apologize. I have these teeth brighteners on my teeth because I've just been drinking too much coffee. My husband makes the best coffee, and it's like a process that he goes through in the morning, and finding that my teeth look really stained. Now I want to share a tip. Okay, this is my tip, and this is something that Suzanne, my business partner, and I talked about the other day. Just a moment. Where did my fluffy, dense cotton ball go? Oh, there it is. Okay. She has a trick, and I really love it. A lot of times, we talk during the week, we talk about what treatments are really going over. And she said that this treatment, she right away had quite a few bookings from clients, from one client that had it done. And she ran into somebody, this client ran into somebody in Marietta, and the friend stopped her and said, "Did you have a facelift?" And Suzanne's, and the client said, "No, I just went to Jolie Day Spa Skin Clinic, and I had the Salmon DNA micro infusion," is what we call it. And I'm virtually sharing everything today in the treatment. Suzanne uses the Derma-glow, and depending on the client, she'll go and have it, she'll use a deeper, longer needle length, and then just goes in and infuses the skin. Now, here's a little tip. Don't forget this tip for those of you at home. I want you to take your ampule, and I just want you to soak the head of a very dense, high quality cotton ball. not a cheapie from 99-cent store. Try to get like a really good, substantial cotton ball. And one of the tricks that Suzanne uses that I hadn't thought about is she stamps the skin. So what she says is she's getting a really nice saturation into the skin. And I think there's a lot of truth to what you are able to, by pressing, what you're able to get, excuse me, what you're able to get into the skin. Okay, I really like those teeth brighteners. They're from Walmart, and they're an organic teeth brightener. Anyway, so that worked. I apologize for having to take it out. Okay, so you can see I'm able to get that ampule into the skin, and I'm just pressing, leaving it on for maybe a half a second or a second, and I can go back in and add another layer. It really, really gets that product into the skin. Now I'll do it. Press it up against the neck versus just a quick swipe. I think by holding this dense cotton against the skin, we're really doing a better job of infusing the product into the skin. So that was Suzanne's tip from last week, and she's getting quite a few bookings for this specific treatment. For those of you that have always ordered our ampules, for example, I know Kay, you order, I believe you order ampules. Yes, because we just sent you, we upgraded you and we sent you the large ampule, and I hope that you love it. For those of you that use them, I'm just so thankful that you ordered them, and I'm really excited to be able to bring you the 1.7 mil. The ampules just were not lasting for enough. We weren't able to get the amount of treatments out of one ampule like we are this ampule, 1.7. And it's just really exciting that you all will experience, you know, more results. Okay, you can see clearly that my skin has an overall pink tone to it. I'm very pleased. So now I'm going to occlude the treatment, and I am just going to use some stem cell moisturizer. But first, I think, since it's back in stock, you know, we sell out of our Stop Aging Peptide Essence, and that's also from Korea. And this is the one I always talk about, that it's just, you know, it's our best seller. And so these products that we import are like nothing on the market. You know, there's a few other estheticians and other brands that might carry something similar. But when it comes to ingredients like salmon DNA, polylactic acid, stem cells, Filorga, oligopeptide. Oh, I didn't share with you that the salmon DNA also has the oligopeptide. Oligopeptide is it's the epidermal growth factor. So the epidermal growth factor in oligopeptides stimulate cell renewal. So the more cells we create, similar to when we're younger, we have our cells are constantly turning over. That's why we have that thick, plump, round, beautiful texture to our skin when we're young, is that cell regeneration. So the salmon DNA has PDRN, the polynucleotide. It has ectoine. Ectoine is a calming ingredient. It protects against photo damage. So it's really a wonderful product just to apply in the morning just by itself as a serum. This can be used as a very, very effective, high strength concentration to apply to your skin first thing or after toner. And then we've got our oligopeptide. So my skin's prepped, it's the treatment's completed. Now it takes a few pumps to get that working. I'll just take about 2 pumps, very little. And I'll infuse my skin with volufoline. Volufoline and all of the amazing ingredients that are contained in the Stop Aging Peptide Essence. Volufoline is the ingredient made by Derma in France. Derma has the ingredient that volufoline is, so they're so well known for volufoline, so it pumps up the actual cells in the skin. So a nice coat of that, and then I would just take some stem cell cream, our rich stem cell cream, and I would occlude the skin. So that is how I would treat my skin with our first Korean, South Korean, I call it our jumbo, our large ampule. And there are 4 to choose from. So we've got Salmon DNA, collagen, we've got a peptide that has amazing peptides compounded in the ampule, and then we have blue copper. For those of you that have really have very sensitive skin, after microneedling, always apply a little bit of blue copper to the skin. It calms the skin. It really helps with the barrier of the skin. So I will be continuing to bring you some really nice treatments and ways to infuse your skin with the new jumbo ampules, and I will leave the description below on this treatment. Also, how to microneedle or Derma-glow your skin, and also ways to sanitize. There's a correct way to sanitize your tools. And then I also want to share with you next week our new retinol, and all of you know about it, and it is the new South Korean retinol shot, and it's like a booster shot. You're not gonna believe the results. I used it last night because my box of goodies just arrived. Let's see if I can grab it. This arrived yesterday, and it was packed full of all the new arrivals, because you know I'm here in Nashville. So I was so excited when they arrived. And so that concludes this week's treatment. I'm gonna leave a coupon code down below for those of you that are interested in the large jumbo ampules, and it's going to be a buy one, get one, 50% off. And we will send you that coupon code if you leave us a message. Just write just ampules or collagen or hi Kelly or whatever you want to leave us, just so that we know that you stuck out the video till the end. And I hope something in this tutorial has been helpful. Remember, it just is just the lightest touch of our Derma-glow or our microneedling device. It doesn't have to be It does not have to bleed. It does not have to traumatize the skin. Just that steady, gentle flow across the skin, and then using one of our actives, that is going to do the trick. And you will give it anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks, and you will see gradual results. Next week, I'm going to bring you another ampoule and share it with you, but I also want to share about combining this amazing retinol with Matrixyl 3000. I'm already seeing a difference. I used it last night around my eyes and around my lips and on my neck, and I already see a difference. I'm super excited to bring it to you. So we thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.